Well, we were there in Branson. We went downtown, and there's a mall down about 2 blocks down. But the street is a real long incline, and it's actually on like a brick sidewalk. And the thought of walking down that was, I just would have never done it.
Yeah.
And I walked right straight down to that lower landing where the strip mall was at.
Yeah.
And then we walked all the strip mall and came back. And then I walked back up, straight up the hill. I never stopped for nothing. I just walked back up the top of the hill. And when we got up there, there were some benches, park benches there, and we were killing time. So I said, let's just sit down here.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched the people go by, and I just got up like I normally do. I said, without any help, and walked back to the bus. So I checked my thing for the day, and we'd walk about 3.5 miles. Number one, 4 months ago, I would have never attempted to even think about walking down that incline, because my hips would have got to hurting so bad there would have been no way.
Yeah.
But the thought of even remotely coming back up that would have been out of the question. I'd have been looking for a cab or something, I wouldn't walk that hill. I couldn't have. But I walked right back up the hill after. So, and we done that 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Back of my calves were a little sore because they weren't used to that. But we went to a riverboat dinner theater there on Table Rock Lake, and one of the ladies that was with us was in a wheelchair, and it was a long ramp going down to the boat, and the lady that was with her, I knew was going to have trouble. So I took the lady in the wheelchair and pushed her down this long incline. Of course, I had to, kind of hold back on her because it was a pretty good incline. I would have never been able to do that 4 months ago, not before my stem cell shots and my trigenics and everything. No way in this wide world would I ever been able to do that. So,
injections.
trying to get out of my easy chair at home. I mean, I would scoot up on the end of my chair and then take my hands and I'd lift myself up out of the chair with my hands because my legs just wouldn't do it. I mean, and we thought all along that my knees were shot. My knees are fine after the x-rays and going through the things that Dr. Riker tests you for. And the x-rays showed my knees are fine. My problem was in my lower back. And that was causing the muscles at the tops of my legs to be weak. And that's why I couldn't get up and down or do anything. That's why my hips hurt all the time. I mean, my hips just ache. I tried walking around the neighborhood with my wife, and 3 trips is a mile through our neighborhood. If I made 1 trip, I was lucky because my hips would be hurting me so bad I had to go sit down. And so that was probably my getting up out of a chair. That was my biggest. I always had to use my arms and hands, and I don't have to do that anymore. I just get up and go.
You want to go ahead and stand up for us?
Sure.
Show us what it's like?
You betcha.
Say, that was too easy.
Well, there you go.
So, a month ago, how would that have turned out for you?
A month ago.
4 months ago. How about 4 months ago?
4 months
4 months ago, how would
if
that
I
have
was
looked?
sitting at a table 4 months ago, it would have been, and I'd have used my hands. Usually I would turn this chair, like at a restaurant, I'd turn that chair to get up, because when I did get up, it would be like that and pushing myself up. But
now you
as
just
you can
pop
see,
on up.
it's not a big deal just to get up and
That's awesome,
set my
man.
chair back and everything. And 4 months ago I would have never done that.
Perfect.
No way. 4 months ago.
And then, could you just say what Dr. Riker did to fix the problem?
Well, I had 2 stem cell injections. I had one on each side that went down into my lower back, because that's where the problem we saw in the x-rays was in the lower back. And the nurse practitioner gave me my shots back on each side, down into my lower back, and then down toward my hips. And that's where I had my injections.
And then lastly, what would you say to somebody who is considering having this therapy done?
No brainer. Have it done. I mean, my goodness, it's, I'd do it again. I'd do it again tomorrow. I wouldn't hesitate a bit. The wife done a lot of research on it ahead of time, and she's a retired registered nurse, so she knows the different things, to really look at and get into it. I wouldn't, and I've told a lot of my friends that are having problems that they need to come and see Dr. Riker and get in this program and really get into what stem cell can do for you, because it has made a world of difference in the way I feel, the way I function on a daily basis. You know, I'm back to doing things that I've done. You know, 20 years ago I was still doing them, but you know, until 4 months ago, my quality of life was just getting up and moving around, and that's about it. I mean, as far as any getting out and traveling like we like to do, and the thought of getting out and walking distances to see things, I knew I couldn't do it anymore. And somebody hollers, "Let's go," I'm ready. We're packed.